Welcome to Beating Cancer Daily. Beating stage 4 cancer for 30 years still takes my breath away every time I say it. I'm Saranne, founder of the ComedyCures Foundation, and I hope you'll join me for just a few minutes daily for the next 365 days so we may laugh, learn, maybe cry a little as we live our best days beating cancer daily together. I am excited for today. I'm excited for today because this is my 41st episode with comedian Missy Hall. Now, I've done, that's Missy cheering in the background. I've done hundreds of episodes of Beating Cancer Daily, but I've taken Missy from her diagnosis all the way through to survivorship. And if you've been following this, you've come along with us. If this is your first episode, boy, go back and listen to Missy's journey. But 41 episodes, 6 continents, all over the world, they're listening to you, Missy. And I'm so excited because not only have we shared your journey, but we've shared your comic perspective and we've shared how we use comic perspectives to get us through so much cancer treatment and our survivorship. So welcome back to Beating Cancer Daily.
I'm so happy to be here. Thank you.
And I remember you telling me about this big girls' weekend that you had, and it got me thinking, what happens when you've had a real Missy life experience and it could be draining or it could be frightening or it could be hard. And then you have to walk on stage and be comedian Missy and perform for hundreds or thousands of people when you are exhausted. So what's your process? Because we all have to do things in life where we're zapped from our treatment or we've just been zapped by a conversation with a family member and we have to summons that energy to go do the next thing. And you have to do it in front of hundreds or thousands of people.
Yeah. I love to listen, first of all, to some like old school hip hop music and Broadway show tunes, which is an odd combination, but I'll sing along, I'll bebop along on my way to a show. And that wakes me up enough. And then, of course, there's a little bit of adrenaline, but I also think about the audience that made their way to the show. And it's so funny because I'm like, okay, I can gyp my husband and everybody who knows me and loves me of my energy after the show if I just go a whoosh of energy at these people and perform and then curl up.
I think you told me once that you also love to listen to horror shows, or is that after?
That's after the show.
Okay. That's how you come down.
That's how I come down. I relax by listening to horror stories.
That's so funny. So singing Broadway show tunes or oldies on the way to the show, and then horror music on the way, horror content on the way back.
Yes. Yep.
And I love crunching. If I can crunch while I'm driving when I need energy, it's carrots, it's fresh vegetables, pretzels that are gluten-free. Crunching keeps me energized and awake. Oh, and chocolate, but not with a lot of sugar. If I do dark chocolate with not a lot of sugar on the way to the show, that will pump me.
I love to chew gum. And I'm not talking a piece of gum. I will chew giant wads of gum. I was never allowed to do when I was little. The perks of being a grown-up, I can chew as much gum as I want to while I'm alone driving. And that helps. I think I like the mint. I think the mint perks me up, and then just the constant chewing.
Mint does perk you up. Now, what about coffee? Do you do caffeine to perk you up on the way to a show?
I don't typically do a lot of caffeine on the way to a show, more for bathroom reasons than for energy. because that would be a very different kind of a show. But I do, I will say in the morning and at the end of the day, I do need the ritual of a cup of coffee or a cup of tea, just sitting with my mug. But before performing, I just like to have water.
It's interesting because we have to forget if we're tired when
Yeah.
we walk on stage.
Yeah.
We have to not have aches and pains. We
Mhm.
have to just bring that burst of energy up to a stage because those are the people that we are in real life. Not, there are comedians that come on very depressed and very lethargic, but traditionally people come to see us because we do radiate energy.
Yes.
But it's hard, especially when you're waiting to go on and maybe the comedian in front of you bombs and they bring the audience way down. And then you get on stage and the audience is not with you. What do you do?
I usually start with no jokes and just throw out something like, how many of you had to have a nap before coming to a 7 o'clock show? Or how many of you are mad that you had to put on real pants? And just that human experience. We all make plans to leave the house or do something. And then at the last minute, we're like, why did I say I would do this? I just want to be home. And I love to put that out there right away. And it just brings everybody back. It brings everybody back because everybody can relate to that. How many of you are on a first date and really have to burp but can't because it's your first date? Any little thing like that just loosens everybody up and brings back the humanity to the room. And then I can proceed.
And then you get started with the set.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
really good idea. And I love when I'm in a waiting room in a hospital and I see somebody that just needs connection, is looking scared or sad. And I can use my comic perspective to help that person in the waiting room.
I agree 110%. I love to say something ridiculous to somebody like, I had the choice between a European cruise today or here, and I picked here. This is beautiful. It's lovely. Who wouldn't want to be here today?
That's so cute because anybody listening, you don't have to be a comedian to share that moment of humanity in a waiting room. And sometimes we need the human connection too. I find it really interesting when I go in for a medical appointment and the doctor is so scattered or the nurse just is in a bad mood or employees are talking about another patient or about a coworker and they're not focused on my issue, my problem. It's my little 10 minutes with the medical team and no one is really present in the moment. And I find that I can use my comic perspective to
Yes.
really get everybody recentered. So it's not dissimilar to how you do that with the audience. And I think we can all learn from Missy and use some of these strategies to really get our medical team focused on us. Plus, they need a laugh. It is
Yes.
hard dealing with us all day long.
All day long. Yeah. I know I'm the eighth one of me you've seen today,
Yes.
but I love to just level the room. I'll just be like, look, I just want you to know I shaved my armpits especially for you today. Like little something that lets them know that I was a person before I walked into that office. I did something. I was like, wait, before you take my blood, I need you to check out my new nails. This is very, I did this because I knew you were going to see them. And it makes them feel seen. It makes me feel seen. And we're back in the room together.
Yeah, and that laugh that you share really energizes their brain. It energizes your brain. There's this moment of human connection.
Yes.
I love that. And then the minute I get their attention, I tell them about the podcast. I always tell medical people about the podcast,
I do
especially in
too.
oncology, because I
Yes,
want them to share this and tell their patients, and I want to help as many people as possible. And so they do love it. Once they hear what we're doing here in the hundreds of episodes, they always say, "Oh, I'm going to listen because I need to learn comic perspective." And oh, really? Jackie teaches how to make the best smoothie? I'm so bad at smoothies. Or
yes.
everybody can learn from this podcast. So I love the fact we have no marketing or advertising, and I get them to be our marketeers. It's very
It is.
helpful.
And we're having all these conversations with no shirts on.
Exactly. They're always when your shirt is off and they're examining your boobs or they're doing an
Yes, by the
exam.
way,
It makes it more memorable, Missy.
it does. It does make it more memorable. And it's been lovely because doctors always ask me about comedy. And then I can sneak in the podcast conversation and encourage them to share it with patients and take a listen.
That's so fun. That's
Yeah.
so fun. And you know what? I want to acknowledge you listening because it's so clear that this is spreading by word of mouth. Whatever country in the world you're in, we could be way past this number right now, but if it's 85, 90 countries and you're telling people, so thank you so much for sharing this podcast because we see that's how it is growing because you guys are telling people. We really appreciate it. Missy, just one more idea because I think this happens to all of us, even if someone isn't a comedian. You say a joke and it doesn't land. How do you recover from that?
I usually will pick out a friendly face and like stage whisper, I don't think they liked that one.
That's so clever.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
similar to Jim Gaffigan when he has his second voice
Yes.
conversation
Oh
on
my gosh. I
stage,
love that.
but he doesn't do it
Yes.
to an audience member. That's so cute. He
Yes.
just does it in the air. That's
Yes.
so funny. No, I could see how that could work if you're in with a doctor and there's a nurse, or you're in a waiting room and you say a joke and then you see
Yes.
someone else sitting in the waiting room. But you could also say it to the air like Jim Gaffigan does, and that would be funny too.
Yeah. They don't like it when I talk in here.
Thanks so much, Missy. I love doing these with you. It's so fun to just share comic perspective with another funny person and then see how it does apply to our journey with cancer and our everyday life. So
Yes. Thank you.
100 hugs to you, girl.
Right back at you. Right back at you. Thank you so much for having me back again. I love it.
It's our pleasure. Again, if you want to find Missy Hall, she's all over social media as Missy Hall. And she has a great date night with her husband that she does live on Tuesdays. You can find that on Facebook. If you'd love to connect with us, you can go to my website, ComedyCures.org, and hit the record button under the podcast section and just leave me a message, or go to the menu and hit the contact button and then just write me a note. This community is so fun to be in, and we love when we share your tips. How are you using your humor? How do you use humor when you're tired and you just feel like you want to take a nap, but you can't because you have to get on to your next activity? What are your strategies that you do to bring that energy to yourself without detriment to your own body? These are the tips that we love. This is how you have great quality of life while you're going through a cancer journey. So have a blessed day, and I'll see you tomorrow. If you loved today's episode, then tell the world. Why? Because Beating Cancer Daily and our membership circle are both a listener and donor supported experience. So the more people you tell and the more people that join us, the more robust and interesting programs our nonprofit, the ComedyCures Foundation, can bring to you throughout the year. I really want you to go to ComedyCures.org. And of course, I always want you to make a donation. It's tax deductible to the extent allowed by law. But what's super exciting is not only can you laugh and explore the comedy there, but you can look at our membership levels and find the one that's great for you. And if you're feeling a little bit generous, gift one to a chemo brother or sister or to a caregiver that you just want to help them improve the quality of their day. Thanks so much. See you tomorrow. Guess what time it is? It's time for me to read the disclaimer. Beating Cancer Daily and the Membership Circle are not in lieu of medical advice or treatment. They are for entertainment purposes only. Please consult your healthcare team to review your best strategy. Thanks for listening. See you guys tomorrow.